What's going on, guys? Cruzin Podcast. We're back. We're back for real this time. It's been some time. We've been on a hiatus. Last podcast I did, it's just me talking about the festival and stuff like that. We got canceled for a bit, but we're back. We have a lot of things we want to talk about today. One of the first things, obviously, is we got to see the A24 film X, the new horror film from A24. It's out in theaters now. Really interesting one. We want to talk about that a little bit. We saw the Halo episode last night. We want to share our thoughts on that. We're also going to get into, I want to talk about that Joker scene a little bit with the Batman. That came out yesterday as well, and kind of go from there. But let's start with X real quick because I think it's worth mentioning. Again, it's kind of quiet movie. I feel like it's doing well in theaters. At least when we went, it was pretty. It was a crowded theater. Like the seats were filled. Obviously, it's not gonna get that market like all these other movies or whatever. But I really, really enjoyed X. I thought it was really good. I thought the style and the way it was shot, I loved. For a good portion of the movie, it had like that 70s style, like the film grain, like it had a good aesthetic to it. I thought the story was really interesting. It was very like unique, I mean, it's very weird. You have these like old people. It's essentially like these porn stars. These people are gonna make a porno, but it's not just any porno. It's merging cinema and porno into one. And this is like in the late 70s. And they go to this barn house that they're using from this old couple, and then things kind of happen from there. And it's a good. I feel like it was like a really cool. You can feel the appreciation for like horror movies, like slasher movies in this. It's a cool callback to that, and it celebrates it in a really good way. I mean, there's some great shots in it. I will start with that. There's one shot that. Towards the beginning of the movie when it's still setting up everything. It is like a slow burn. But like you kind of expect that with A24 movies. It's usually not what you'd expect. And the good thing is too, we went into this movie with like no trailers, nothing. We just kind of, I saw like a little preview on Instagram and I still didn't know what it was.
I didn't see nothing.
Yeah, I just saw the old lady and that was it. I was like, oh, okay, I don't know what this is, but I'm hearing good things. I'm going to watch it. And A24 does really good stuff. And there's some great shots in it. The soundtrack is really good, and it's really well done. And there's a lot in the movie. I liked it. Kind of tackles like the whole being young versus being like old, and like living with like certain regrets and stuff like that, or to be young again. And it was an interesting story. Like there's one shot which. We'll probably we won't get into spoilers yet. We'll just give our brief thoughts and then go into a little bit more specifics. So we'll let you know. But there is a particular shot where it involves like the dancing in front of a car. And like, I don't know, I love that shot in that scene. There's a lot in it. There's a lot. And I think it's paced really well. And it's definitely worth a watch. Like it's really good. Really enjoyed it. And I thought the ending was really cool too. And it was fun. It was a fun movie.
Post-credit, I didn't know.
Yeah, there was a post-credit scene that we didn't know about. Apparently it sets up like a prequel.
I mean, but damn, like
I would have never.
You can't really expect people to wait until after the credits, since no one.
Yeah, I would have never
do that.
A24 never does that, So I didn't know that at all. So we kind of missed out on that. But we'll watch it again.
But usually when the movie's over. All right.
Yeah, we waited a bit. I thought maybe like a mid-credits, but no, it was like post-credit.
Yeah.
Maybe it was done on purpose, for people who stayed, they can...
Yeah, but like, what normal person would actually stay? Okay, like for a Marvel movie, because everyone knows.
Yeah, Marvel, DC.
But like for a A24 film, like who would ever wait after the credits?
That's not really their thing, yeah. But, yeah, we missed that. So if you do go and watch it, stay post-credits.
Yeah,
but
we missed it.
Yeah, I mean, what did you think? I feel like you were kind of like on the same page. There were some parts that we were laughing in the theater because everybody's reaction. You know, it's there's some disturbing imagery in it, right? It is like a horror film, and but it's fun. It's fun to
the way the horror was done. I was like nervous. I was like, man, like I think the last time I felt that way was It Follows.
Or Midsummer, maybe.
No, Midsummer. I was just like, what the fuck is happening?
Yeah, because Midsummer, that was just like an eerie movie.
No, but Midsummer wasn't like scared. I was just like, what the fuck is happening in this little town?
That's a good one.
But It Follows, because that one's more like it's I don't know, because like in this movie, it's a simple scene of like someone just walking through a house, but it's like, but the way it's done, it's like, dude, I'm nervous. Like I'm like, my heart's beating fast.
Everything is just nice and slow. It keeps you
doesn't
on the
have
edge.
it's not that typical jump scare.
Yeah, no.
You know, it's like that one. I mean, is it a spoiler? The part in the water in the beginning.
Not really.
That's not a spoiler.
It's in the beginning of the movie. Well, we'll get into a little bit more details.
But that part,
yeah.
But like if you've seen the movie, you know what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah, that was really well done.
Like that part, like, oh shit, like what?
Yeah.
Like you just get nervous.
It was like, beautifully shot too. That was such a good shot. I'm glad they did
the cast is great.
Yeah, really good cast here. Yeah,
she looks familiar.
She was like in Pacifier and some other stuff.
Yeah, she looks familiar. I was like, man, like where have I seen her before? I know she's like in Pitch Perfect, I think.
Yeah, she's been in some stuff. I did really want to say it again. Like the soundtrack really brings it home. Yeah, like Kurt Russell and like Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, he looked like a mix of both.
Yeah, but I really
too. They're all the good.
Yeah, it was all really good, and the movie like it builds up, and you're like having a good time with it, and then it just takes off.
I didn't know that was that was a kid Cuddy, is that his name?
Yeah.
I didn't know when did he do movies?
I didn't know that either, but he did well.
Because I was reading the cast, I was like, wait, what? Yeah, he's in it.
I know it's a solid cast, and everybody does really good. And the pacing was really well because you're like enjoying the movie, and it's like setting everything up. But then when the movie takes off, like it takes off.
It's like fun, like
but it's really like the second half. It's like you're in, and there's no going back, And I really really enjoyed it.
So a lot of I was just like, the theater, that couple.
Yeah, disgusting.
Disgusting.
Yeah. There's like that disturbing imagery, and there's a scene, and yeah, this is disgusting. It was pretty funny. And that's obviously what it was going for. And the movie's just really interesting. I don't know. It was really nice. It was good. It was really not nice, but you know what I mean. Like it was nice that it's something different, and it was really good. We really enjoyed it. Ty West wrote and produced and directed it, and it's just really well done. And apparently they're gonna do like a prequel now and stuff. So we're really, I mean, whatever it is, I'll be happy to see whatever they do next. And I really enjoyed it. Well, like there is some specific scenes. It's not. We won't get into like spoilers like that. It's just like little scenes that we really appreciated. I guess, we'll give a spoiler warning. You can skip through this part if you haven't seen the movie yet. We are going to have this chaptered, so you can kind of just skim through it on YouTube. Now you can skip like the next 3 minutes or so on audio, but I did want to mention one of the first scenes. This is early in the movie, but with the crocodile, the alligator. But that was a really good shot of her swimming. And again, the music, the soundtrack works so well. And it's just that overhead shot and her swimming, and then the alligator slowly coming in.
And what I like too, like the first 30 minutes, that was like,
sets everything up.
It was
perfectly.
foreshadowing everything that's going to happen later on in the movie.
Yeah.
For example, when they first arrive at the... Oh, we're in spoilers now, right?
Yeah. We'll say... Yeah, this is spoilers.
When they first get to the farm, the old guy pulls a shotgun because he forgot whatever. But then the I forgot his name, the character's name.
Right, the producer.
Yeah, him. He was like, I do the same thing. I have a gun in my car that's not loaded.
Yeah, and it sets it up.
But it's setting up for the future.
The alligator.
And that part with the gator, it's setting up for a later scene.
I love that shot
because it's not like it like you know how some movies it'll just do
just
it.
Shit just happens. My accent just went like
whoa.
Yeah, I don't know what happened there. I don't know what shit. Shit just happens. I don't know what happened. I don't know. I think it might just be that I'm tired.
I don't know. You went in a little country.
My
boy.
accent.
Shit just happened.
Yeah, shit just happened. Yeah, that literally just came out. I didn't even like do that.
I was like,
yeah, I had to acknowledge it. There was no way. I thought I was gonna like try to breeze. Like, I don't know what happened there.
All right.
Shit just happens.
Shit just happened.
It was the happens.
It happens.
Yes, the alligator shot. Love that, the overhead, and with the soundtrack is so subtle.
What I was saying.
The soundtrack was so subtle and so good, and the producer with the gun, the blank, like everything was set up and foreshadowed really well. Shit just happens. But yeah, and that's how you make it, like, you know, a good horror movie. You want to make sure that all the little details are there, setting you up for later on, and they do that perfectly in this. It's really good. I felt
bad for that blonde chick though, man. She went the worst way.
Yeah, the gator.
She went the worst way. Dude, that scene was so funny, bitch.
Yeah, but it was also really grounded and realistic in the sense of how these killings happen and stuff. It didn't feel out of.
Yeah, that was the main thing. I was like, okay,
because they're
like,
old.
They're really old.
So like, how do they play this off?
And these are like young, fit people.
Yeah, yeah, and how they did it makes sense. Like, oh, okay, that's believable.
Yeah, like, okay, I can see how.
Because they're at the end of the day, they are old, so they kind of get away with like, oh, you know, they're not gonna do anything.
That scene, she's like, oh no, come on.
Yeah.
And she's like, bitch. She threw her into the water, and she went the worst way.
Yeah, I really liked after the first kill in the movie with the truck, that scene was, you know, the shot going to red, but also when she just starts dancing. Because the movie, it's kind of her. She wants to be youthful again. She wants to feel.
She wants to get pounded.
Yeah, so she wants to have intercourse.
He's like,
or of some kind.
That guy was like, I don't want to see it.
Yeah, I don't want to see it. and then so it was interesting.
And the way, like, even I got like, oh shit, like the way she just stabs him.
Yeah, I felt you jump a little bit.
Yeah, because again, you don't.
Just came out of nowhere. Because she wanted to feel like youthful again and do those things, right? Because they're filming a porn in the barn and she's watching. But that shot when she kills that guy and he in front of the truck and she starts to dance with the music, I thought that was really cool. Because it's like, okay, if she can't feel youthful again, I the way I took it was like when she killed him, that made her feel alive again. That made her feel some sort of...
What? Because that was the first time they did that stuff. But where the fuck did they do the people in the basement? Because they saw like...
They just have them there, yeah. And then there was that car tossed in the lake. So, you know,
yeah, but like, what do they do?
Just have them there. Who knows?
Like,
nasty stuff, yeah.
Poor dude.
But I feel like when she killed him and her dancing, that's like her way of just feeling like alive again, you know? That's how I took it. Her dancing, that was a great shot with the truck, with the van and her dancing and the like, I don't know, it's just really...
And it really captured like that porn, like really like funny. Like,
yeah, it was like that throwback to that 70s porn. It was so cheesy. Yeah.
It was like funny. It was like, it was good.
Yeah. It's funny, but then it gets really weird and it was just really good. Really good. And
if you notice too in the movie, because I know the post credit, it was like a prequel trailer.
Yeah.
It was like a trailer like for the prequel film. And it's the same girl. It's the same main girl who's in it.
Makes sense.
Yeah, because I saw a little bit on Twitter. Someone like guest posted it.
Yeah, we're gonna have to probably do that.
And so because in the movie when the old lady invites the main girl over, you notice in the pictures she looks just like her.
Yeah, so there's like an implication there.
That's why that old
very drawn
lady
to her.
Wanted her so bad.
Yeah, and the shots.
And the shot because they kept showing the frames of the pictures, and it looks just like her.
And I like the intercuts too of like when the porno's happening and she's talking to her with the...
But it's the same like shots.
Yeah, it's little just implications.
Imagine you're filming the porn, you look like it's just the old lady staring through the window.
Yeah, it's very weird. It's a very disturbing.
I wonder, is that like an actual old person or they just put someone?
I think that's
in
somebody.
Makeup?
That's definitely makeup. I think.
Because I feel like that might have been a lot of makeup.
Yeah. I think that was makeup. Like they got somebody, but then they really applied a lot of makeup. That's what I think it was.
Yeah.
It looks that way.
The way
really
she
died
is pretty funny.
Yeah. Really.
Because it's like she shot the double barrel and it goes flying.
It makes believable.
The dude like through the door and like
it was believable, you know, and that's why I really enjoyed it. I thought the ending was cool and it was good. I really liked it. I would recommend it for everybody to go watch it, especially if you're into like horror movies. It's a different It's very eerie.
And like the way the husband died, he just got scared because he shot.
Yeah, he had a heart attack. Yeah,
because he shot that girl in the face.
Yeah,
but she kept breathing. He's like, oh
yeah,
and then like that's it. Like,
yeah, just done. Yeah, it was good. It was really good.
Dude, that girl got shot.
Yeah,
she's like, fuck you. She's like running and then just like.
Yeah, the theater was pretty like uncomfortable. Besides like the people talking in the back, but
a group of teenagers talking.
But I mean, really good movie. A24 does a great job.
Old enough to be in there.
Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, really good movie. And again, A24, they always do well. And check it out. It's out now. I would recommend it. Go and watch it in a theater. Have fun with it. You might be a little like disturbed with some stuff, but that's the whole point.
When we're in spoilers, we can say it. Right?
Yeah.
I mean that's sexy.
Yeah, very weird.
With the
yeah, very weird. But that's what the movie's going for, you know. And it doesn't hold back.
No, but it was, and she's like under the bed.
Yeah,
just like,
that's traumatizing. But yeah, man, really good movie. Really enjoyed it. So
dude,
definitely go check it out.
Everyone was like, "Oh,
yeah, this is disgusting." Yeah, it was funny. That was funny. No, really, really good movie. I really liked it, and I loved the soundtrack. The soundtrack and the way it was shot was so subtle, so good, and the shot of the alligator was one of my favorites. I haven't seen a good
like horror film in a while. There hasn't been a good horror film.
Yeah,
this is like I don't know. I got like Friday the 13th vibe. Like it has like that classic slasher.
Yeah, it was a little throwback.
Like that classic slasher feel. Yeah. You know, like Halloween. You know,
yeah.
Like, I don't know. Like it had that good classic feel.
The POV shots and like it had a little bit of everything. The little references, you know, the reference to The Shining with the axe and the door, like little references to classic horror films.
Or
I really like that.
Like their outfits, too. Like the way they were dressed.
Yeah, since it's set in the 70s.
Like I don't know the way they were dressed, and I don't know. It just has like
really cool. Interesting. It was a really interesting story, and really enjoyed it. So, yeah, I mean, check it out wherever you can, whenever you can. Just be ready, because it's a spooky one. But yeah, I love the references and stuff. And check it out. And if you did watch it, let us know in the comments what you thought of it. If you enjoyed it, were you disgusted? Because like that lady in our theater, this is disgusting. It's totally understandable.
That old guy was going to pound.
Yeah, no games. But
it's been 40 years.
Yeah, 40 years with nothing. But yeah, guys, want to get into Halo very quickly. I don't want to stay on it too long, to be honest with you. It's only one episode, but
I don't care about it.
We did see Halo last night.
I didn't like it. I didn't like it.
Yeah, it's kind of like what we were fearing, you know, going in.
I know people are gonna be like, "Oh, what's a silver timeline? It's its own thing," but
no, yeah, not even with that, but yeah, like if like for. And we saw this like with Angry Joe or like other people that seen it, you know, talk on YouTube. Like, if you're a hardcore Halo fan, like it's hard to enjoy this for so many reasons.
You have to turn off your brain so bad.
And honestly, and I hate to say it, you take that stuff aside, like out, you know, the Halo IP and like the lore.
It's still bad.
You take that out and it felt like a sci-fi. It felt like Chicago PD
meets Terra Nova.
Like Chicago PD in space. You know, the way it's shot, like the human interactions, the drama.
It felt like basic
It
TV.
felt like, like, you know, like CSI or like you watch like a Chicago PD.
Law and Order.
Like the way it was shot, like the cutting, the intercutting back and forth.
Because,
but
like,
then
I never one time I saw a clip of that Chicago PD. And they were trying to like break a case or some shit, and it's like it cuts to every single person in the room, so they have their one-liner, right? Like they all say their piece to how to solve it. That's basically how this show felt like. There's scenes where Halsey is talking with those other people, and it's like, okay, here's a close-up shot of her talking, and it cuts. They're like right here, but it's like cutting back and forth.
Yeah, it was very like basic television.
And the music, you have one of the best soundtracks.
Yeah.
And it was like you guys couldn't even do that.
Yeah,
the soundtrack was so bad.
It was a very generic. It literally felt like a Chicago, like a generic like crime investigation.
I did not hear the Halo, like only like the ending and like the intro.
Yeah, they like tease you a little bit, and then it just goes into like very generic action.
Yeah, like where's the, you remember the first trailer?
Yeah,
like where was that?
Yeah, no,
where's
that's
that
not the
music?
style at all. It literally feels like a generic television show.
I mean, yeah, the
like
intro
for
was like
sci-fi.
Like the intro, yeah, it was a cool. It was brutal, yeah, all that shit. But I don't know.
Yeah, no.
I mean, the CGI has like rough parts.
Yeah.
But again, I think that's because also you film like that 4K shit, so it's gonna make it more noticeable.
No, it's just different. So many different facts. It's hard to.
And also,
that.
I mean, it's a lot. It's a lot.
But
of
honestly, that I was able to like let go.
Yeah.
But what really got to me was the second half of the episode.
But there was parts that I was like, oh.
Yeah, for sure. But the second half of the episode, I was like, oh, this lost me. Like, I was like, why am I watching like this? Feels like a sci-fi show. Like, you exclude the CG, right? That's whatever. That doesn't matter. But the dialogue and the story, like, it's true. Like what Anger Joe said, they got the most boring elements of it. They made this human drama, and it literally felt like one of these like NBC shows that you watch late at night, like a Chicago PD, like the cutting style and the music, like the.
You know what I hate too,
and then it's that, but it's just Halo.
You know what I hate too is that since Paramount has like those two different like you have the ad version and like the version with no ads, so this show has moments where it will literally like pause, like go into like a little black screen.
Yeah.
For people who.
That's just them adding it. No,
but
there,
like,
but
yeah, but like I hate that. Yeah, that's one thing I like about Netflix, where it's like you watch their show, it's like one continuous.
Yeah, because they don't have that ad stuff.
Yeah, but like I don't know, I always hate that, like because like like you're pausing, it feels like you're pausing the show real quick, and then okay.
Yeah, if you have ads, you have to watch ads. If you don't, then you just keep watching.
Yeah, I don't know that. I didn't like. I don't know. That's something
that happened to me with Pam and Tommy too. I was like, wait, why is this? I thought it was like a creative thing, but I was like, oh no, this is just because of the ads.
Yeah, because you have to put an ad.
If you don't have ads, then okay.
And I did never like that.
Yeah, no, the first episode not.
No, but I was.
I hate to say it, but besides the fact that it's not like lore wise, it's just completely just out there. But then like, I didn't agree with the Chief taking off his helmet and then like leaving it off. Dude, I understood him why he took it off, but then leaving it off, and then they played the soundtrack with, and I already saw where the show was headed.
And people who have seen episode 2 already,
they're saying it goes down.
But like he's not even wearing it.
Yeah.
Like he's not like even in parts where he should be.
Yeah.
He's like not even wearing the helmet. So that right there, I was like, yeah, no.
Yeah. So that seems to be what's going on there.
Because you could have the helmet on. You know you can talk.
He was doing well with the helmet on. I was liking his vibe.
Yeah, you gotta have your screen time.
But then when he took it off, I was like, okay, I get why they took it off. But then it stayed off. That's what bothered me.
One part is okay. Like he wants her
for her trust.
Yeah, whatever. Okay, so if you really want me dead, you have to shoot me in the head because that's the only way.
Yeah.
All right, I get that. But put it back on. Don't take it off.
He stayed. Yeah, and besides that too, like the story just is not interesting. I didn't
care about the scavenger chick.
Quan.
Don't care. It's
the story. The story's not very interesting.
It's the same shit. Like it's like Force Awakens. The scavenger girl and this. It's always like the same.
And then he goes rogue.
And why is it with like sci-fi? They always want to do a desert planet.
Yeah, and then
like at least like I don't know.
And then Chief goes rogue. It's very the story's not interesting.
It's so basic Hollywood shit.
Yeah.
Oh, like Chief.
I hate this. It's disappointing. I'm just disappointed.
So like, I know it's only the first episode, but it was a backwards.
And from what we heard, the second episode just dips more.
No, not even. People who've seen the whole season already have said that it does not get any better.
Yeah.
Like it goes.
Yeah, I mean, we'll watch episode 2.
So easy. It was so easy. You had everything handed.
Yeah, there's books. There's everything.
And the fact that you guys didn't even look at the games, which I do not understand why. Yeah. You didn't even look at the games.
What I did appreciate, what was cool, right, was
it was cool.
The beginning, seeing Chief fight or the Spartans look cool. The sound effects are like the first person view. All those little references to the game were cool, but the story and everything else just doesn't work, and it feels like basic television. They're just using the Halo IP. And that's very disappointing because that's not what Halo is. Like, the style in this is not what Halo is at all.
Yeah.
I'm not even... I said this like 6 times already, but it literally feels like I was watching Chicago PD or some show like that, just with Halo.
Like, it's just basic TV.
Yeah, and I was so disappointed by that. There's no aesthetic or style to it.
This is like if you fell asleep while watching TV, you wake up at 3 in the morning, 4 in the morning, it's just playing.
That's what the
sci-fi.
human stuff feels like, and that seems to be the heavy part of the show. And it's just it was very disappointing. I was disappointed. We're big Halo fans, and we just finished playing all the Halo games actually not that long ago. So to see this, it was very disappointing. I mean, for people who probably don't care about Halo and they watch this just to watch,
and
then maybe
okay,
it's very basic television.
Yeah, but I don't know who this is for. That's what everyone's asking. Like, who is this show for?
Average consumer that watches basic television.
Yeah,
you know, but
like you have not only the games, you have like tons of books. Like there's so much lore.
Yeah, it's all handed to you.
It's all handed to you.
Yeah, but they didn't want to go that route.
And you fucked it all up.
Yeah,
like you just fucked it all up. You're just doing. Live action is too hard. Live action
show. This was like $10 million per episode.
No, but it's too expensive. You had to put such a huge budget on it just to like really capture it. I mean, it's true. You're saying like that short film in 2000.
Yeah, it was like 08 earlier. Yeah, or after. Yeah.
I forgot who did it.
Yeah, Neil Blomkamp.
That one felt more Halo than this.
Yeah. You get something like that. You put a budget and do a movie. It could work. But
or just do do animated.
You do because if you think about it, this episode the budget is $10 million, so that's why the CG and stuff looked the way it did. If you put that $100 million that this whole show cost,
how much was Game of Thrones an episode?
I don't remember, but it was expensive. But you take
because Game of Thrones had good VFX.
You take the budget of this show, which was like $100 million, let's say. That's for 8 hours of story, but you can do a 2.5 hour Halo movie. You can do a
Godzilla
Halo
Kong.
movie. Yeah, but that's different. But you can do a 2.5
that's a big budget.
2.5 hour Halo movie with a big budget, and you can pull it off. You can.
Yeah,
it's possible. We've had more expensive movies.
Yeah, but studios will take that risk.
Of course not, because they're so out of touch with reality and what people like.
Because look at the Warcraft. I mean, the orcs actually looked really good.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the only thing that kind of like took me out were like the human.
Yeah,
like,
the style.
The costumes. They look like Party City outfits.
Yeah.
I don't know. Dude, gaming movies are just cursed. Like it's just.
Maybe it's just it's meant to be a game and that's it.
I mean, except for Sonic. Sonic is doing really good.
Yeah, Sonic is cool. Let's see when episode 2 comes out next week. We'll watch it and we'll give it the benefit of the doubt. But it's very disappointing. And this is just as Halo fans, we love the games and everything that's in it.
I think that's why I get credit. Like, I think if you look at the Riot Games, is because they could have done, I don't know why, but like, let's say they want to do like a live action League of Legends shit. Yeah. No, look what they did. They gave us
Arcane.
Yeah, and look how good that was. Maybe something like that for Halo.
Yeah,
something similar to that. Because sometimes that's better because you have more freedom.
Yeah, because they're doing that with Transformers now,
and that's better because with Halo animated will be better. That shows a perfect example. Look how good it was.
Yeah,
because you have more freedom and you can do so much cooler like action and shots with it. Because live action is too expensive. It's hard. You gotta make the weapons. You gotta make. So that's like, why am I like?
It's safe to say, like with Halo right now, Halo's just not in a good space.
Halo's doing terrible.
So
it's just not just the show. It's just like the game itself.
Yeah.
Like it's not doing well. Like just like no content.
Yeah, no.
I don't even play it anymore.
Yeah, no. This is kind of disappointing, but
Halo's been already going down.
But yeah, I mean that's honestly, I don't even want to ramble on it anymore just because it's really disappointing. But
a bunch of dislikes.
But that's our thoughts on the Halo episode 1 so far. It's really disappointing, especially after that last trailer we saw. I was like, oh, this could be good, but I kind of had a feeling. I was like, it looks like the human story is gonna suck, and then the Chief stuff is gonna be cool. I don't know if we're gonna get a lot of Chief stuff. Just budget wise, it doesn't make sense. So let us know, what did you guys think of the episode? Did you like it or did you not like it? If you disagree with us, that's okay. That's what we're here for. We would like to hear your thoughts on why you liked it. That's cool too. But we didn't like it, unfortunately. But yeah, let's into something a little bit more positive that I think we got yesterday as well, with the Batman. I thought this was actually a really cool marketing strategy of how they released the deleted scene of the Joker, where the Rata Alada website, right, .com, Rata Alada, from the movie The Batman.
Alan Law.
I thought that was really clever how they used that website to give us little teases.
Yeah, you
with
have to
the story.
figure out the riddle or whatever.
And so you answer 3 riddles. If you get it right, it
you get to
gives
watch
you the whole full deleted scene of Joker. And I think this is Warner Brothers testing the waters with that Arkham show, testing, let's see how they react with, this Joker, this new Joker.
Do you think they'll put him in it? Joker in a show?
Probably. He's gonna come back it's probably gonna be Arkham.
I don't know. I'm just kind of just burnt out on Joker.
But it was. I appreciate that they did that for the fans, and Matt Reeves did that. That was cool. And I didn't know he had a whole scene like that. I thought.
I am glad though that scene was not in the movie though.
Yeah. So before we get into that, what's his name? Barry Legan. What's his last? Or Keoghan? His last name?
Is it Keoghan?
Keoghan or something like that. He's in Eternals and stuff like that. But
he's in the Green Knight.
Yeah, and seeing him, I thought the scene that we got in the movie was the scene. Okay, that was the tease. But no, this was a whole 5-minute scene. It's a big scene. It's a full on.
Thank God it wasn't.
And when I first saw it, I wasn't sure how to take it because I was like, another Joker. I don't know. I'm kind of, but. After sitting on it for a full day, and I've seen the scene a couple times, and hearing Matt Reeves explain his take on it, and saying how this is pre-Joker, this is not him, identifying himself as the Joker yet. This is he hasn't even gotten there yet. He's just a serial killer, and the smile being through a birth defect, so he's just constantly like that, and his face all deformed. What if he had that just his whole life since birth, not falling in a thing of acid, just doing a different take, and him explaining how it's him as pre-Joker. He the concept of him becoming Joker because of Batman hasn't happened yet, because Batman's only in year 2 of him being Batman in Gotham and stuff. So I thought that was interesting. And then I saw the scene a couple more times because at first I was like, I don't know if I like it. I don't know if but it's growing on me. Not the more I watch it and seeing that there's potential for him when he does become the Joker. This is not him as Joker fully yet.
Yeah, because we have to see him with the makeup, costume.
When he finally becomes the character. Right now he's just a serial killer, but he's there. And I thought that was really cool. And I think the performance is good. I think the scene is great. Yeah. But it was the right move to remove it from the movie, because not only does it shows Batman asking him for help. It kind of goes off that track a little bit, and it does sidetrack you from the story, because this takes place midway.
Yeah, but also too, I feel it makes him look dumb.
Yeah, even though the Joker does say you already know this, and it's less about making Batman look dumb, even though it kind of does, depending how you look at it, because Joker does say, you already know this.
But why would he ask?
He says, I want to know how he thinks. The scene, I think, didn't need to be there, for sure. When Joker is telling him, it's basically telling the audience what's going on with the Riddler and the Batman midway in the movie. And it's really on the nose. Yeah, and we already get that later in the movie with the Riddler. Yeah. So it didn't need to be there. It was giving us the same information twice, but it was giving it to us midway. Because this takes place midway in the movie. And it does stop the movie for a second, I feel. When I watch the scene.
And it's a long scene too.
Yeah, it's a 5-minute scene. So when I see that, I'm like, this takes place midway in the movie. I feel it would stop us. And then everybody's going to be so focused on, is that the Joker? Rather than just continuing the story along with Batman and Riddler. So I think it was the right move to take it out. The one at the end of the movie was fine because it's teasing something else. It's teasing their team up at the end. At the end is fine, but midway, you're kind of distracting people from like, oh, like the Joker.
Because now everyone's going to be on that.
Yeah.
No, just go back to the Joker.
And then they want to see him again. Yeah. And then it takes away from the Riddler. And it doesn't help the movie because it's kind of throwing on the nose about what the movie is trying to say.
Yeah, it's explaining too much.
So it was the right move. It was a good scene. I thought it was shot beautifully, but like that's like the whole movie. The whole movie shot perfect.
I know some people didn't like the blurriness, but I liked it. Like you know how he goes out of focus.
Yeah, the rack focus was great. Yeah,
I liked it. I mean, it was a little difficult to understand what he was saying. A little bit.
I noticed that on the TV. I was trying to hear it. I got to watch the scene again, like in the room.
It was a little difficult, but it was fine.
Because of that speaker thing.
Again, because it's everything's so like grounded and like
it's very eerie.
Because he's talking through the
little speaker,
or whatever. So but
I thought it was shot great though.
Yeah,
I loved
I mean, his laugh. I actually liked his laugh.
Yeah, it grew on me at first. I was because it's only normal that we.
I mean, again, we're going from Heath Ledger, Joaquin Phoenix.
Yeah.
So these are the two top right now Jokers. Like they're like top. Not even. I mean, I haven't seen the Michael Keaton one.
Oh yeah, with Jack Nicholson.
But that one's more like comic booky.
Yeah, we haven't seen those, which is crazy. But we
his
gotta watch
laugh
them.
reminded me of the Batman games with Mark.
That's
Hamill.
what people were saying. His look already looks like that classic from the games. Like his face is gonna be all messed up.
Yeah, because in Arkham City he's all fucked up. He's like dying.
And the hair.
But also someone posted, I saw on Twitter, of a comic. It was like a Batman comic of the Joker, and he looked similar to that.
Yeah, I think that's what he's going for.
Like it's like that like that, just really just dead look.
Yeah.
You
apply some makeup on it and stuff, and it would be interesting. My only worry with this though, that the actor Barry Keoghan, we gotta look up his name.
His last name.
How tall is he? Because I feel like he's kind of short. When we've seen him in Eternals and like these different movies, he looks kind of short.
But that's easy though. You just give him like boots.
Because.
But that's what they did with Tom Hardy in the Dark Knight Rises.
Because when you see him standing, I guess that's true. Because when you see him,
because Tom Hardy was pretty short too.
Tom Hardy's short.
Because he couldn't fight Christian Bale because he was too short, so they had to give him boots to like make him taller.
Yeah, that could be true too.
But Joker doesn't fight anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Not for the fighting, but just from a stance, an intimidating stance. Like Robert Pattinson has like a long, tall body.
Yeah, but it's Hollywood. They can fake
it. Yeah, they can fake it.
They can make you look fucking 10 feet tall.
Yeah. So, but yeah, because I noticed, I was like,
because they can always do like like a Hobbit, like they kind of like
because the actor who's playing Joker, Barry,
Lord of the Rings.
He I would have never thought him as a Joker, like as the Joker. I
didn't know.
But seeing this, I was like, wow.
But he's a good actor though. He's really good.
No, yeah, and seeing the performance and stuff, it grew on me. At first, I was like, I don't know, because my first thought was another Joker. But I understand the idea.
My only thing is, I really do want though for the sequel, because people are kind of posting like their fan casting. I really want to see. I don't want to see Scarecrow. I saw him in
like
Nolan.
Hush or
I want like Hush would be really. I don't know much about him, but like I know in the games.
Cool character.
In the games though, he was pretty cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Was it he in Arkham Knight or Arkham City?
I think it was City.
And or Mr. Freeze. Yeah. We haven't gotten a really good Mr. Freeze villain. I feel like that'd be really cool.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Or what is it? The one that Nicolas Cage wants to play. He wants to play Eggman,
Egghead, or something like that.
Yeah, like something like that.
No, yeah, and Matt Reeves did say he doesn't want to. He's not sure about Joker in the second one. He doesn't think so.
But he's there.
He's there, yeah, and I think that's what it's gonna be for the Arkham show.
I think Joker might be the villain for the third.
Like Joker and Riddler team up, because they did tease that, like them working together. I think the main
villain might be like he might be the main for 3, but I think for part 2, I want to see a Mr. Freeze. Some people are like, oh man, like imagine seeing his version of Bane.
Yeah,
that's tough though.
No, I don't want to see Bane again. I don't know. I don't know where he's going with it, but I like the idea that these characters are there already.
I want to see. I mean, the movie kind of shows Hush, like like
no, and one on the website, one of the teases was for Hush.
So I want to see Hush, like because like he's kind of like that, or the Night of Owls or Court of Owls.
Yeah, Court of Owls. Yeah.
Like I don't know, something new for Batman.
Yeah.
Don't do the same Joker.
And we still have the Penguin, so like. What I like about this is everything's established, And it's cool because the Joker already knows Batman. They know each other. This scene shows that. And so it's cool because you don't have to go through that process of, or
maybe for part 2, he might do maybe like a multiple villain thing where it's
yeah.
Joker with someone else.
Yeah, like in this one, right? You have Penguin and you had Riddler.
So maybe it might be like Mr. Freeze and Joker.
Yeah, that's what I like about this what they're doing with this world. Everything's established already. So the Penguin, yeah, he meets the Penguin, but like the Penguin's already kind of like he's there. We don't have to get like another origin story of like who is this guy.
I would like Mr. Freeze though. I think Mr. Freeze, and especially like I want to see Matt Reeves' take on it because since everything's so grounded and like realistic.
And that's why with the Joker thing at first I was like, but think about it.
I mean,
Jared Leto's didn't work.
No, he like that scene right there. He was a million times better than Jared Leto.
And not just that, but like it's true what people are saying, and I kind of get that. If you're Matt Reeves and you're dying to make a Batman movie and you're making one, like how are you not going to think about doing your own take on the Joker? It's only normal. Like how you're gonna miss out on that opportunity to have the Joker in it, or at least have him in that world. And I see that's what he's doing. And yeah, like the Jared Leto didn't really work. Joaquin Phoenix as Joker, like that's like an origin story, but that's so different. I guess it's just. That's a problem with DC at this point where they're just so all over the place. We have 3 live Batmans right now, including like with the Batgirl, so that's 4, and then you have like 3 different Jokers. You
want newer stuff,
and just like they need to focus on what they're trying to do because it's you don't want to tire people out
with Batman
with the same. We have 3 different Batmans this year.
Because look at Spider-Man, right? Like we get a new Spider-Man movie every like what?
It's been years.
Yeah, like years. So like okay.
And that made No Way Home special because Andrew and Toby already had their world. They were set. That's what I'm seeing with the Flash, and I'm not seeing a lot of hype around it because for Michael Keaton probably but Michael Keaton with what? Ben Affleck's Batman that only got 1 movie or 2 if you include Justice League, but he had never got a solo movie. He never. So they're messy.
Yeah, his movies were a mess.
And it's a shame.
Like in terms of he couldn't do his solo film. He couldn't do.
So like we're getting a lot of, and then like okay, well now we're getting Robert Pattinson, which is great. But then we got a Jared Leto Joker that didn't work. But then we got Joaquin Phoenix's solo drama that we liked, and then they're doing a sequel for that. But then we're also getting a new Joker. I think with this new Joker that we're getting, I think it's gonna be for like the Arkham series or something.
This one felt more like the video, like the gaming.
And his laughing when he's laughing and he's like his head is moving like that, and when he was leaving and stuff. I think it could work.
I think if he is the villain for part 2, I'm fine with that.
I don't think so. I think he's gonna be around.
Yeah, he's gonna be around.
But let's see.
But I mean, I did like what I saw from this actor. I think
there's potential there.
In those 5 minutes, I was like, dude, that's already way better than fucking Jared Leto.
And of course, what helps it too is the way it was shot and the writing and all that. It was just all worked really well together.
Honestly, the main thing is about like I know the meme now is like, oh my god, I can only imagine like his Harley Quinn version.
Yeah, no, there's I don't think there's gonna be a Harley Quinn
because like feel like, cause look at that Joker.
Yeah, no, I don't think they're gonna do Harley Quinn. Again, we can't just start getting a bunch of the same characters again.
Yeah, no.
I feel like Joker is the fine line.
Or I wouldn't mind like a Poison Ivy. We haven't gone.
Yeah, something like that. But
like Poison Ivy, we haven't gotten.
We've gotten enough. Like, don't give us. We still got Margot Robbie.
The last Poison Ivy we got was the one with George Clooney, right?
Yeah.
That one was bad.
Yeah, but let's see. The Batman's obviously great. I'm excited for what's to come, and I like this. I like the idea that everything's already established. The Penguin's out there, the Joker's inside with Riddler. I really want to see
Hush. I think I think Matt Reeves might do Hush just because it's another like one of those like thrillers like type.
Yeah. Let's see.
Because Hush is the one with the face. He
has like a mask, or he has like something over his head.
I think was it.
He's in the games.
I know the game like he'll kill people, but like put.
And I think he knows who you are or something.
Oh yeah. Because I know in the game, I think he's like killing people, right? And then like he gets like their skin, and then he makes his own Bruce Wayne face.
Yeah.
And then like
it's
he's
like an
Bruce
identity
Wayne.
thing.
Yeah, and then he like does something to ruin Bruce, like something like that in the game.
It's an interesting that could be another dark story.
I mean, Scarecrow. I mean, I think we already got that with Nolan, but I mean,
but that wasn't a full.
That Nolan
Scarecrow wasn't
like it was like barely Scarecrow. Like only like one horror. Like I want to see like
in the game.
Yeah, like that. Like do like a whole sequence. Like not the game. Like the whole horror. Like I don't know.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
I want like Mr. Freeze, or Hush. I think those two would be really cool.
I like the idea of Hush with the masks and stuff.
Because I know in the game that's what he did. Like when you figure out what he does, like he has like a mask of like Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, it was cool. I
think it was Arkham City.
Yeah, I think it was City.
Yeah.
Night didn't have that, but I mean, let's see. You know, they obviously have a lot to work with, and the Penguin. I would love to keep seeing more of the Penguin because he was great.
Yeah, Penguin. Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, let's see. I'm excited.
I mean, hopefully it doesn't take too long.
No. I'm sure that especially with the it's making good money.
He's probably like already thinking of what to do.
Yeah, for sure. It's too good right now.
And Warner Bros. Needs.
Yeah. They when they have a hit, they're ready to go. But yeah. I mean, what did you guys think of the Joker scene? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Do you want to see Joker again, or are you kind of over it? Do you want to see something else? Let us know. Let us know, guys. But yeah, I mean that's pretty much it for today's podcast. We're like hitting an hour, and yeah, guys. I mean, thank you so much for watching and for listening. Feel free to like and subscribe as always. We're growing; it's getting better, and thank you for all your feedback and like reactions to our latest short film, Unforgiven. You guys have been really great and just sending your feedback, and it seems like everybody's really enjoying it. I think it's in the run for the Oscars right now.
Yep.
Yeah, I think I have Kevin Feige calling me. He wants to link it
with Marvel.
With Marvel somehow. No, yeah, guys. So thank you for all the support and feedback. Coming out about the movie, and it was a lot of fun to shoot, and we're really proud of it. So, yeah, guys, thank you so much. We're back on, so we'll come back on soon. I think Morbius comes out next week and stuff. So we'll be back on. And thank you for sticking around. And to the next one. Goodbye.